When talking about creative freedom and respect for film creators, I and many others around the world have a great deal of respect and admiration for Zack Snyder. We love Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Watchmen, and are here for whatever he decides to do next, which will be Army of the Dead. I'm not here to talk about Superman, Baby Doll, Leonidas, Rorschach, or any one of the other characters in Zack's filmography. I want to instead discuss all the good the Snyder Cut fandom has done and what has occurred thanks to members of the Snyder Cut movement worldwide. It started soon after the film that released in November of 2017 was further revealed to be nothing like what was initially created. It was made known what really went on behind the scenes, though in the coming months, even into this year, we the fans learn more and more as to what occurred and how that movie was really something that narratively doesn't fit what Man of Steel or Batman v Superman started. We learned that due to Warner Brothers' panic, fear, and selfish greed, that Justice League and Suicide Squad were compromised through their production, although it is very clear that Justice League received it the worst. With the individuals in charge only concerned about their payday, combined with Joss Whedon's bizarre and sometimes perverted choices for what was initially an epic film, we instead received a subpar 2-hour imitation that resembled a TV episode featuring jawbreaker silicone fuller-faced Superman with itchy tendencies. Then hashtags began appearing everywhere, not just on social media platforms, but on YouTube channels such as this one, Reddit, news headlines, and more. As predicted, some individuals thought it wise to try and shut us up and shut these hashtags down.
They jealous. They want us to fold. That would never happen.
Yet as more and more details were revealed along with this year at a special event with Zack revealing that he has multiple cuts of the Justice League, this has only increased the crusade. If it isn't hashtags being spread, then it's a person explaining the greatness in art like Man of Steel or Batman v Superman. If it isn't a YouTube video being made in regards to the Snyder Cut, then it's someone explaining why Zack Snyder's films matter to us the fans. But it goes beyond the hashtags, the details about what really went on behind the scenes with Justice League, which unfortunately became Justice League thanks to WB, as well as the rather suspicious similarities between the original plans for Justice League in the DC movie world and what ended up happening between Infinity War and Endgame. There's been so much more that has been achieved thanks to the Snyder Cut fandom. Zack Snyder and his family tragically lost a beautiful child back in 2017. And since then, many members of the fandom have raised money, not just for the Snyder Cut awareness, but for suicide prevention. Well over $100,000 has been raised, and this isn't just from people in one country, but from people everywhere. More awareness in regards to the Snyder Cut, but also a very honorable effort for something that truly says a lot about the fan base that has given his or her effort. Each person that has contributed to this particular effort, beyond the hashtag, has shown that even in trying times like these, men are still good. This is just one of the best parts about the fandom that many tend to overlook or not bring as much attention to. That Zack Snyder and his films and his fan base has done many good things, that we've done a lot of good and made a statement. Isn't it ironic that Man of Steel and BVS caused what, quite frankly, no other movies have done? When I opened this particular video, I mentioned creative freedom and respect for film creators. With the superhero / comic book movie genre growing ever so populated, you and I have seen what these studios can cause in terms of final product, and oftentimes it's never good. Zack Snyder had a glorious plan for what could have been an epic trilogy that would have caused worldwide nerdgasms as well as goosebumps-gasms worldwide. David Ayer's Suicide Squad had a very different cut, just like Simon Kinberg's Doomed thanks to an acquisition cut of Dark Phoenix. Hashtag Release the Snyder Cut has said to studios, hey, if you hire Mr. So-and-so, we the audience would really appreciate it if you don't let his vision get squandered by Mr. Opie Glow. That yes, creative freedom in films means something to audience members as well. If we pay you money, we expect to get what you sell us in the original trailers, and not jiggity, funkity, bubbly, boppity funk reshoots. The Snyder Cut fandom is full of individuals who believe in what Zack intended for Justice League and have enough compassion to contribute his or her time in regards to something bigger than all of us, regardless of who we are or where we come from. I've ended up making friendships, brotherhoods, sisterhoods that I've otherwise might not would have made any other way thanks to these films, and I know the same can be said for many others. This may not mean anything to the uninitiated, but I hope that anyone listening realizes the impact that this movement has had and is having. 2 years in, and it's only gotten bigger and bigger. So we all need to carry on. Hashtag release the Snyder Cut.